Hey everybody, it's Jenny McGarvey, and I'm back with you again today to share another week in my big happy planner that I use as a memory planner. You can see right there last week, which I used the Scraptastic Club kit, and you can also see how I have already printed my photos on my Canon selfie printer using the Pick Frame app. If you have any questions about that, I have a video. If you scroll way back to last year, like June 2016, and it will show you exactly how I do it. It's very step by step, easy to follow, and only a couple of minutes long. As you can see, I'm putting down my photos for the placement on my happy planner. I wanted to do this first. It helps me have a good design throughout the week and also make sure that I'm leaving room in the appropriate spots for my photos. I'm going to use my circle punch to punch out that photo of my son playing baseball and then add it right there in the corners of those boxes. I love how adding an unexpected pop with the circle really just makes the page a little bit more fun, and so I try to use that each week just to keep it mixed up and keep it a little bit more whimsical. Now I've taken the page out so I can work on the left-hand side. This allows me to be able to plan without any bulk underneath from the previous pages that I've already done, and also no interruptions from the discs as well. Now, as you can see, I have the photos laid out, so I'm going to go through the stickers that I have from the Planner Society kit. That's what I'm using this week. Now, you're probably thinking, wow, those are crazy feminine, they're really floral, they're really pretty, and yeah, they kind of are. But that's the thing, is that there aren't any rules, and so I can do whatever I'd like in my own memory planner and keep it as pretty as I want. Now, this isn't necessarily some like, oh, it must have basketballs, it must have baseballs, it must reflect theme-wise. No, no, it's really just a week in our lives, and so I like to keep it interesting and keep it unexpected and fun. Now, as you can see, I used my Scotch ATG gun to adhere that horizontal photo, and now I'm also going to place a little strip of washi tape as well. So I've trimmed it, and then I'm going to leave a slanted edge on the left-hand side, and I let it hang over the edge of the photo just a little bit also, so that it was creating this whole little cluster of embellished fun. I'm going to layer a little floral die cut on top and use again the Scotch ATG gun to adhere that down. I love this particular tape runner. It's a little bit cumbersome and it has a learning curve to learn to refill it. And by the way, here I am adding a puffy sticker on top, and this cluster is one of my favorites from this week. Anyway, back to the ATG gun. I love it. The refills are inexpensive, it's easy to use, and it's super sticky. You aren't losing anything in the future off these pages. And that's really important to me, as I've been scrapbooking for about 15 years, 16 years, and I have layouts where the items are down in the bottom of the page protector. So having things be super sticky is very important to me. So as you can see, I'm adding the Monday activities to the date in the planner, and I want to keep a memory planner to be able to remember all of these little things and how crazy and hectic our lives are right now. You absolutely can do your memory planner what works best for you, and I want to make sure that I can do this keeping the memories, so the photos, the stories, and the activities. But you absolutely have to do what feels most natural to you. And so there's no right way to do it. Whatever is perfect for your story and your life is what's great. Now I'm adding one of those decorative stickers, and you can see that obviously these weren't meant for the big happy planner. There's tons of extra space, but that doesn't mean that I can't still use them. So I'm going to layer on top of it a little quarter box and put the activity right there and fill out that little box. And what the layering does is I feel like it really takes the focus away from the fact that it doesn't fit entirely in the box. Now, if you've watched any of my videos before, you know that I also don't really care that it doesn't fit. I feel like it's kind of one of those things that I'm going to work design-wise around all of these different things. I don't necessarily want them to be linear and all lined up all the time anyway, and so it's no biggie for me. However, I feel like with that layered sticker on top of it, it looks just fine. Now in the bottom box, I'm also continuing to add our activities. I used a little quarter box or a little thin event, and then I also used that bow as well. I think it's adorable, and I love the way that it all kind of came together. Now, those are the patterned papers that come in the Planner Society kit. I'm obsessed with them. I'm not going to lie. I love them. They're beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I used my circle punch. I trimmed off an edge so that it can fit flush against the edge. I layered it on top of my photo. And then I'm also pulling out a little event sticker to layer on top of that so I can notate my son's practice right there. I'm really fairly obsessed with this little cluster because the pink matches perfectly. It looks fabulous together, and they all just meld together right there in that one little spot, and I love it. So this is really so much exactly why I do this. I'm keeping my memories, but I'm also getting these opportunities to be super creative and really have a lot of fun. And so that's one of the reasons why I really don't worry about, oh, this is kind of a feminine kit with all the florals. Who cares? I'm really just documenting my memories. And so I think it's all just really beautiful together. I use those two small bow stickers to be bullet points for my two activities, and I had put that in the Monday morning spot. And I wanted to see if I could fit a little border sticker right there, but I decided to forgo that. So now I'm going to move on to the second half of the page, and I definitely still have a couple of openings on the first half, but I will leave that for further embellishing or journaling. Now you can see that I've adhered that circle photo that you watched me punch earlier right there in the four corners of those boxes. And I love that. I love the overhang right there. I think it turns out wonderful. Now I'm going to put down the little decorative strip sticker, and over on the far left put that Heart Today sticker. I love it. Again, it's another one of the parts of this layout that I'm really pretty obsessed with. I don't know what it is about it, but I just love the way that small tiny little detail all came together. Now, let's be clear, while I'm telling you about the parts that I'm obsessed with, there are always things in different parts of my planning that I think, grrr, I don't love that at all. And I usually share that with you when I don't like something. And so that's what I want you to remember too when you're doing things. There's always going to be things that you think, I could have done that differently. I could have done that better. I don't love it. And then there's going to be things that you're like, oh my God, I totally love it. And it is okay to embrace both. Now, as you can see, I forgot to hit record on the memory or on the video camera, so I did end up adding that little strip of patterned paper, that photo, and those couple of stickers up there on Saturday. I'm so sorry. What a bummer, right? Anyway, I love the layering, and I love that I'm calling attention to the rainy photo. It's just a lot of fun right there. I'm trying to figure out a way that I can make that Sunday sort of work. The sticker didn't go all the way to the edge of the page, which is A-okay, and I know that I kind of want to cover it up because it's bugging me a little bit. But there's a lot of different ways, and there it is. I found that little today sticker. I covered up the edge. It goes just fine, and that's it. So I put that box down, and I'm going to also slide a today sticker right over the top of it and then write my activity. I love, for some reason, layering those two types of stickers together. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm always really fond of the way that it comes out in the end. So underneath, I put down a bird die cut and then put it together with a little bit of this washi tape. I loved the washi tape that it was included in the kits, and it's just so beautiful and decorative, and it's a really fun way just to add a little pop of decoration without being overwhelming or just too much, because as you know, I'm a big fan of my white space. I love to leave places for my eye to rest, and then it doesn't feel too cluttered. And so that's where a little pop of washi tape can be really helpful. It adds decoration, but it's definitely not overboard. Now again, a little bow for a bullet point, and I love that. I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm really a big fan of bows. Maybe it's because I'm a fan of bullet points and this combines them together. I don't know. A little bit more washi tape down along the bottom just because it was pretty and I had the room for it. And why not, right? It's my own memory planner. I can add whatever floats my boat at the time. And I just think that there's a lot of different ways to add decoration to an overly really functional layout, which I consider my layouts to be. Even in my memory planner, they are really focusing on the activities and the photos. Now, as you can see, I'm primarily finished, so mostly I'm done. But I definitely still want to add a little bit more decor, and I still want to add a little journaling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down my self-healing mat and pull out my ruler, and then I'm going to add a few little journaling lines right there in that Wednesday spot that I had left open. I didn't really necessarily know that that's how it was going to end up, but sometimes once the page comes together, I just get a feeling of how it should be. So I'm going to add a little bit of journaling from that photo that is right there to the left, and then I'll pair a small arrow sticker pointing from the photo to the journaling. And truth be told, I'm really happy with how that came out. I really like the way that it looks. And so again, really just being excited about things that work and that you did and make you want to say, yeah, that's awesome. A little bit more washi tape, and what's kind of cool about this is that the washi flanks the top and the bottom of that middle box on Monday, and I end up really liking that effect. I wouldn't do it over and over again, and I wouldn't do it all the way across, but for that one little box, I think it looks really fun. Now I'm going to add just a small little bird die cut in that Monday morning spot, and I'm finished with that left-hand side, and I'm really excited about it. It turned out super fun and makes me really excited to have these kits to be able to work with in my memory planner when something comes together so well that I really like. Now I'm going to add a little bit more journaling down there at the bottom in that big large open space, but this time I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to take my ruler, and this time I'm going to use a pencil. So I'm going to lightly use the pencil to draw the lines, and then I'm going to add the washi, or not the washi, I'm sorry, the writing with my pen. Once I'm completely finished with all of the journaling that I want to add there, I'm going to take an eraser and I'm going to erase those lines. So in my memory journaling, my memory planner journaling so far, you've only seen me leave the lines because I really like that look a lot. But I decided this week that why not try taking away the lines. And I've done this in the past in my scrapbooking, but I haven't done it so far in my memory planning. So this is another way that you can add journaling without the lines if you're not a big fan, is you can just do it in pencil and then erase it. Now I've still got a tiny little bit more room left, and so I'm going to add just a slight bit more embellishing with some enamel shapes from Illustrated Faith. I like these in my memory planner because they are not tall, they're actually quite flat, and so they don't add too much bulk. And then a couple more stickers, and that's it. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching my video. I really do appreciate it when you do so. If you enjoyed it, please leave me a thumbs up, and if you have any questions, leave it in the box below, and I will do my very best to get back to you. Thank you so much, and make it a great day.